Because the issue of being returned to your home country is separate than what you do with the kids that are here and when they first arrive. How do you deal with them before you decide whether to return them to their home country? Let me bring in a member of the Texas Democratic House delegation, Congressman Vela, with us this morning. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Thanks for being with us. What are your take on Senator Rubio's comments? At this point, do we really have the resources to keep these kids here and continue to pour money into this situation?
Well, I wasn't privy to his comments, but I think what we really need, I think one very important thing is to recognize that 90% of these children are coming here to be reunified with parents. And so I think short term, what we really need to do is support the funding request so that we can give the Customs and Border Protection and Health and Human Services the funds they need to continue to support maintain these children while they're in their custody. And then, of course, there's longer-term issues, many that we're going to have to address in the future.
Congressman, so the 2008 law said Border Patrol hands any kid that's from Central America, or actually not from Mexico and Canada, over to HHS. Is this something that should be changed?
No, I think we should keep the 2008 Victims Trafficking Act intact. Almost every single member of the House and Senate that was here in 2008 supported that law. The purpose of that law was to protect children from trafficking. And I think, obviously the surge of children that we've had show up here recently is something we have to address. But I don't think the answer is to rush to change that law, before the August recess.
And Congressman, tomorrow President Obama is going to be meeting with the presidents of El Salvador, Honduras, and Guatemala. What would you like him to tell these presidents from these same three Central American countries where the majority of kids are coming from?
Let me tell you something, Jose. Before we began to address this issue, I represent a district right along the U.S.-Mexico border,
Yep.
and then across from our border is the state of Tamaulipas. For the last year and a half, we have been working with some of our federal agencies to make sure and draw attention to the fact that if you look at the State Department warnings at the state of Tamaulipas, it used to be we could go there day in and day out, and we had a cross-border culture. It's not like that anymore. We've made some progress. Mexico City has begun to address that issue. And I think when it comes to Central America, it seems to me that this country for quite a while has been neglecting these issues in Central America and Mexico. And I think we need to work together as a region to support economic development in Central America and Mexico.
Yep.
And I think there's one thing we can all agree on, whether it's in Central America, Mexico, or in 1,000 cities across this country, according to DEA statistics, the presence of cartels. Got to have a comprehensive approach so we can wipe out those cartels.
Filemon Vega, key point you're bringing up, and we're going to be talking about this in future editions of this program, because you hit the nail on the head of the responsibilities that these drug cartels are having in this crisis. I thank you for being with us, and see you soon.
Thank you, Jose.